Hi, Bolo here with Real-Time Horsemanship. Today we're going to talk about the question, how soon should I begin training with my foal or my young horse? There's a lot of different opinions on that, and I want to kind of get into that a little bit. So again, we're going to talk about how soon should you start training your horse, and maybe what things should you be teaching that horse to begin with. So we're going to talk about that in just a minute. We'll be right back. Hi, Bolo here with Real-Time Horsemanship. I work with equine rescues on a regular basis. I'm here to tell you they need your support. Taking a neglected, an abandoned, abused horse, usually untrained, and to rehab and rehome is quite an undertaking. All right, and the rescues need your help. So take a moment, seek out a rescue, donate a bag of food, donate your time. Whatever it is you can do to help, please do it, because that bag of food will last about one day. But the feeling you'll get from knowing you've helped these animals will last you a lifetime. Isn't that right, buddy? Isn't that right? You tell them. You tell them. That's right. You tell them. Okay. And we're back. Before I get started, I want to just touch on something. I know you're going to get a lot of opinions. Everybody does on how teaching young horses. Oh, you shouldn't teach them because they're too young, and they're not developed, and on and on and on and on. All right. I understand a lot of that. I understand where they're coming from, a lot of that. But a good trainer understands how to train a horse, okay, or a young horse. A good trainer knows how much pressure to put on and how much pressure to take off. There's no difference in training this young horse versus any other horse. The difference is the intensity in which I train and the length of the session of when I'm training, the length of the session. So those things you take into consideration. Again, no different than, and I get horses that are in shape, I get horses that are out of shape for training. I cannot work a horse that's out of shape as long as I can a horse that's in shape. You got to understand what you're working with. So a good trainer knows that and deals with that accordingly. So we got a young horse, we know off the bat we can't do intensive training, but we can still train. We're not working on the muscles, we're working on the gray matter between the ears. So keep that in mind. So the first 5 months, all we're doing is just basically, again, everybody knows my mantra: respect, focus, and trust. Respect, focus, and trust. Those are three things people hear me say 1,000 times. That's my mantra. Respect, focus, and trust. I got those three things from a horse. I can teach a horse to do just about anything. Okay, so when I first start hanging out with this horse, the first thing I want is respect. How do I get that? Okay, in other words, well, first of all, what is that? That stand still, don't kick, don't buck, don't run over me, don't bite me, anything will hurt me. Okay, in other words, be respectful. All right, and he's doing pretty good. And also, I teach them in the young, don't just come in to me so close. I'll make them stay a little bit of a distance. Like that, and I'll come into them and give them some love. So I want a little bit of respect going on up front. Focus, I'll get into shortly. Focus, the young horse, it's like a 2-year-old. Their attention span is about 15 minutes, and then then the brain out in the clouds. So you have to keep your sessions. Another reason to keep your sessions short, because they're not going to pick it up that quick. So keep the sessions kind of short. Then trust. Now the trust. Well, that's big what we're building the first 5 months of his life. And that is when we hang out with him, we want to touch him, take your hands, rub him all over, let him understand that no matter what we do, it's not going to hurt him, all right? And you can even take some ropes, do a little desensitizing here. Let him understand that even the things in my hands, such as sticks and ropes, and all those things, again, it's not going to hurt him. So when we build that trust, the first 5 months of his life. Now, if you notice, everything I've done, he hasn't even moved. Okay, so there's no intensity here. All right, and believe me, when I turn him loose, he's going to go out there and run, buck, and kick, and like crazy, and come nowhere near to what I'm asking him to do when I'm training him. So that's what we did the first 5 months. Now he just turned 6, and the owners requested that we make sure, one of the big things is make sure he understands how to load on a trailer. Thank you, sir. Move over there. Thank you. Move over there. There. We'll make sure he knows how to load on a trailer, and we'll get that here in a minute. But before we do that, and now this is Ducky. He's about 6.5 months old now. So now we're getting into some formal training, but keep in mind, we're going to keep it nice and easy. We're working on the brain, not the muscles. First thing I teach them to do is again, to reinforce the respect part of this, just back them up. Back up. There, okay? Just let them, just to get out of your space. Stand there and again, be respectful, give me 2 eyes, all right? And then I want them to be able to come to me. Let me see if I can do this without having to pull him. I want the horse, there, come to me, there, without having to pull him. Okay, this is going to come in real handy when you're out in the pasture. Here, straighten up, buddy, straighten up. Come on, there we go. Look good for the camera. This is going to come in handy when I'm in the pasture trying to catch him. I'd rather him come to me, me trying to chase him. So I want him to be able to back up and I want him to stay out of my space and I want him to come to me. Next thing I want to teach him is how to send. Simply turn left and right. This is not lunging, just sending. There we go. Then we teach him how to yield his hindquarters. There we go, not too bad. All right, you a little ahead of me there. Let's go. All right. Do it again. We go. Yield the hindquarters. Very good. I'm going to turn left. And we go right. And one of the latest things I've been working with him, and people heard me say this, when I ask a horse to do something, I want him to keep doing that thing, so I ask him to stop. In other words, I want the horse to take responsibility of what he's doing. When I ask him to just go around me, keep going around me until I ask you to stop. Now we're in a tight space here between the camera and the trailer. As simple as that. All right, so we come around. Now he sees me. Come on. There we go. All right, good boy. Good boy. There we go. So as you see, that's pretty light. We do this about once or twice a day between the pasture, the stall the pasture, spend about 10-15 minutes in between, work with them a little bit on something like this, okay? Another thing you can teach the horse, and you should, is, you can set up here, how to pick their feet up. How to present their feet, pick their feet up for the farrier, okay? So you got the farrier, can work on their feet without them giving an issue. Believe me, your farrier will appreciate that, all right? So teach them how to pick up their feet because they're going to the farrier needs to start working on his feet pretty early, make sure they're good, all right? Now the trailer loading thing, and again, the owners this is one of the very specific things they wanted. Trailer loading is extremely important for any horse to be able to load on a trailer without any issues. If there's a medical issue, you need to load the horse, go to a medical clinic, got to get him on the trailer. If there's an emergency, if there's a chlorine leak or a fire, we need to evacuate the horse, you got to get him on a trailer. So one of the first things you want to do is teach them how to get on a trailer. That's pretty important. That's what we've done now. Now this, I'm not using my trailer. This is the client's trailer, the owner's trailer, excuse me. The owner's trailer. It's a step up as opposed to mine, which is a ramp. So I'm going to use their trailer just for this video, although at some point I will teach them how to use the ramp and get on multiple trailers. So that's something you might want to think about too, because they will get familiar with one trailer, then they go on a different trailer, maybe. So you want them to just be able to get on any trailer. So I'm going to do is send them around. They got to learn how to send around just like that first. And all I'm going to do is go out to the trailer and I'm going to send him like I would anything else. And the trailer just gets in the way and he gets on the trailer. So you want to teach a horse how to back up, come to you, turn left, turn right, maybe take a little responsibility for himself, how to get on a trailer. Those are very, very important things you can teach a horse early in life. As you see, it's very low intensity, very low work, very low impact. Keep the sessions short, say about 10 to 15 minutes per session. You'd be surprised how good of a horse you'll have. By the time this horse is a couple years old, and you're ready to ride this horse, and you keep this training up correctly like you should, you'd be surprised you'll be able to jump on this horse and ride him. You'd be amazed how that works. So keep that in mind. Good trainers know how to do this. Bolo, real-time horsemanship.